The real Jack the Ripper of the Second World War. While England, and particularly London, was already suffering from the air attacks of the Nazi Luftwaffe and V-2 rockets, the streets of London were not safe due to Gordon Frederick Cummins, better known as the Blackout Ripper. He murdered several women at a rapid pace. This is his story and the story of his victims. Gordon Frederick Cummins, born in 1914, was a British serial killer known as the Blackout Killer or Blackout Ripper. He was a soldier in the Royal Air Force, where he volunteered in 1935. At the age of 28, he committed his crimes during the nightly blackouts in London, intended to hinder air raids, over a period of 6 days in February 1942.
Cummins murdered 4 women and attempted to murder 2 with us. His victims were mostly women who were alone at home during the blackouts. The murders were gruesome and often involved mutilations. Most of the victims were women he met in or near pubs and clubs in London's West End, often prostitutes.
Victims: 1. Maple Churchyard, 19 years old. Strangled with her own cammick knickers. 2. Edith Eleanora Humphreys, 48 years old. Beaten in the face and head, strangled and throat cut. 3. Evelyn Margaret Hamilton, 41 years old. Strangled with a scarf, not sexually assaulted, but mutilated. 4. Evelyn Oatley, 34 years old. Found naked, strangled, and sexually mutilated with a safety razor and can opener. Oatley was also sexually assaulted with an electric torch, which was left protruding from her vagina. 5. Margaret Florence Lowe, 43 years old. Strangled with a silk stocking, extensively mutilated with various tools. 6. Catherine Mulcahy, 32 years old. Attempted strangulation, but she escaped and reported the incident to the police. Cummins left his RAF belt at her address while fleeing. 7. Doris Duanay, 32 years old. Strangled, abdomen and genitals mutilated with a razor and knife. 8. Margaret Haywood. Strangled to unconsciousness. Cummins left his gas mask and backpack at the crime scene. Arrest and conviction. Cummins was arrested on February 16, 1942. He protested the evidence and claimed to be innocent. However, investigations revealed that he had taken various items from the murder victims as souvenirs. Fingerprints were also found. Additionally, money or valuable jewelry was stolen from all the victims. One of the items was a white metal cigarette case engraved with the initials LW, which had belonged to Evelyn Oatley, victim 4. These pointed to Cummins as the perpetrator. The jury reached a guilty verdict after 35 minutes of deliberation. Cummins was sentenced to death by hanging and executed on June 25, 1942 at Wandsworth Prison. His execution took place during a German air raid on London, making him the only convicted murderer in British history to be executed during an air raid.